close your eyes and pray. Loving Father, Heavenly King of Kings, we thank you for this afternoon. We thank you for the food that we've eaten. We thank you, Jehovah, for our visitors, the healthy visitors. We thank you for this moment. God, we call out your spirit to come and intercede for us as you're going to listen from them. Open our inner ears to hear everything that they are going to say, and open our brain cells to grasp everything that they are going to tell us this afternoon. All this I pray in Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Happy Sabbath. Happy Day of Rest. Happy Day of Rest. Happy Sabbath. Okay. I think you so.
I cannot say happy Sabbath. From my observation, I saw you people. I don't know. Even when we were singing burdens and lifted at Calvary, people were grooming. I don't know how much burden do you have, which fingers cannot lift. You know, sometimes when we are there at the facilities, patients deceive us. They present wrongly. People, the person will come and tell you, "How want to make chinuma. Maybe I say it So sometimes we do what we call story taking. I think if it was that session, most of you will give us a lot of history. We have steps to follow when we are treating the patient. And how I wish somebody would come this side and witness how you would. I think we will repeat that song. Yeah, everybody different. I told you, I'm going to make 8 years when I got that distance that made me everybody different. By the way, never call somebody disabled. Disabled is maybe that everybody is the one which is disabled. But anybody who is still living can do anything, but in a different pace or in a different way. So we are everybody different.
Yes. I'm taking this quote from me because the burdens which have made them like that.
It is your quote.
They were sitting on the burial food.
Okay.
Since you have invited that we have it once again, the vibe is going to be good because then my quote is good.
No, I was shaking, but I think I was the odd man out. Everybody was standing still as if they are singing the national anthem. Yes. By the way, if you get any problem or any challenge, and the soldier you, just pray that they pray the national anthem. They will stop to run and stand. Yes. That is the rule. If a soldier is chasing you deadly, you pray as you run and they pray the national anthem. You will cease to run and but I witnessed people. They told me I'm a master guide. Yes, I am a master guide and I'm a director. When he was introduced to me, he said that director. But you can even be an adventurer, you become a director. A pathfinder, you become a director. But I'm a master guide and I'm a director. Praise be to God. Project again that song. We are going to sing it standing, but at least try to show us that your burdens are lifted. Yeah? Okay.
Thank you.
not this time. Because I saw some people who are naturally burdened. Yes, somebody was singing and all his hands was in the pocket. In the pocket, and he was like not even singing at any point. So maybe naturally, we are privileged to be here today. As they told you, you are coming from Checkmate. He told you. I don't want to make that statement. One day somebody said chorus answers are for the FOOL. But I don't want to who can remember the name of our facility? Clearly, I don't want to. I want for backbenchers this time. Backbenchers, please. They don't have money, by the way. They don't have money. When he comes, the loaded one, he will give you the money. Yeah, just like Peter. Yes? Yeah. She's an adult, and adult answers are always correct. Yes. Who else? Okay, this side now. Clap for her, please. We had a slogan which a word that featured a lot in his sermon. What was that word? Yes? Content. Okay. So we want again to check if you had enough content. You had 3 things that we talked about to have the information. What else? Yeah? Come again. Nobody learned. Thank you. Who can give us any one scripture that we read during the sermon? Any one scripture? You are the chief elder? Let me give the chief elder. Is the chief elder? Is the bishop of this school? Yes. But now the silence that the chief elder is speaking.
Read from Mark chapter 4 verse 6. Was about the mother, the woman who was healed by his faith, by her faith.
This is not the Okay, but thank you so much. Okay, now this session is for education and what? And the communication. We want to give you the whole sum of it. My name is Ajole Namteli. Do you remember mine? Yes, I'm blessed among these ones. I'm the only long others are inspiring. Yes, my boy is in senior 5 right now. I left one kid, I have one, is now in senior 5. And if today was my birthday, I will be celebrating the 4th level. Yes, 4th level. This one is saying I'm deceiving. I'm just composed, but I'm old enough. I'm beyond 40, but not yet 50. Yes. But so, I told you I'm very active. I work with gentlemen. I'm a nursing officer, and I head the TB clinic. Anything with a cough, come and ask me. So, she's Ruth in the middle, as they told me, as I told you. said, I did not say cough, I said come and ask me. Yes, she's not in the village. She works with the pharmacy in the facility. If you come and you don't get any drugs that you are prescribed for, she's responsible. And she's paid to another CA. She checks the family planning, cancer screening. What else is that? Do you have questions with family planning? We did not see any questions, so please reserve them. Reserve them, we'll give you ample time. We'll give you ample time to write your questions and concerns. You will not ask. You are blessed in Agape. She has not yet identified anybody who is pregnant so far. She's called Brenda Namialo. She's a midwife, as you were told. But at least maybe the Christianity part of this Agape we've not seen, though we are disappointed at a certain point from the questions that you gave. Is Dr. Dan Nanoka? Dr. Dan Nanoka. He also works with us. He has many of your questions to answer. Then he has a lot of definitions. We can reserve them for the chaplain. The profile is so big, but he's our ED. He's the executive director of our facility. So I'm blessed to introduce him. And he's the one who identified my potential to becoming an MC. You remember that? Yes. How? That is long. He mentored me. Not mental case, my dear. Master of ceremony. Yes. Okay, thank you so much. I've done the introduction part. I want also to give my observations.
The voices you hear, you left one to introduce on the panel. That's why you said them.
Banas, this is Madame Kansile, you know her. Not Annie Kansile, that you know. She's Kansile. And she's part of you. That's why, because she was the one to introduce us, but because some of our names are so, she could not make it. That's why I took her part. But we are glad to work with her today. She gave us a lot of information concerning Agape, and we are going to address them on top of your questions. Thank you. I want to thank you for being disciplined. According to the schools that we've gone, you would find a lot of noise in the chapel. But at least, okay, though we have some residues, I heard that clerk, when she was giving the announcement, she was like, we have to release those who are making noise. But when we are here, we need to be courteous and obedient before the Lord. Because we owe him a lot. We are bought by the precious blood. When we come here, we have come before the Lord. So I did not expect that, but during my observations, at least it was minimal. Then chaplain, we need to buy him books for the choristers. They project the songs here, the hymns here, waiting for them, they are first there. When we were seated there with my friend, who was Gideon? Was it Gideon? No. I was like, now these people are almost going to die. When they abruptly turn their necks like this to see if the song is done, or they could still call it start. They cannot twist their necks to see behind, so they need hymn books. At a certain point, they could remain silent but conduct me. And I was like, how can they calculate the beats? So, we need to buy for them hymn books. Thank you. You, you were smart. I don't know, is this the Sabbath one? Yeah. But I've not seen those ones which are off color. Of color. You would find at a certain point when somebody is putting on the one's white or one's green, but at least for you are smart. Thank you so much. But many questions, but we've clustered them. We've clustered them. If you were to read one at a go, maybe you would even go for breaks. Beyond the break times that we can, and others are blocked. So, before we leave here, we shall give you a contact. We shall give you a contact where you can call and ask if your question is not totally expounded. I think it is allowed. Thank you so much. We are going to have, I think I want people to be attentive. Maybe you have some choruses. Before the Baniza Uganda. One. Sijja kusobola bajja kungoba nabanga tujja kusobola tadda wano. So you better stand up. I want us to roll our burdens away. Who can lead us? Who is the good? One. The problem is you are speaking at once. I cannot hear. Who? Lorena? Let her come. What is Lorena? Lorena, come. We need to do something on this food before we get enough content. We want to have enough content so that food might hinder us. What is Rowena? Rowena, please come. You should think of keeping yourself. Okay, she comes. Let me also sing my favorite. We sing together. Rolling down to by the way, I'm not good at singing. I'm good at poetry. Yeah? So when you see that it's not coming out, then you say, what is this? Rowena, please come. Let us stand up, please. Let us stand up, please. Let's stand up, please. Okay, I want to see you rolling your burdens. Rolling down to Jordan, rolling down to Jordan, rolling down to Jordan, hallelujah. Yeah, it's about to get. Hallelujah. And is that English or Uganda? Hallelujah. I'm not a good. Rolling down to Jordan, rolling down to Jordan. But how can you roll your body when you are standing still like this? Rolling down to Jordan, rolling down to Jordan, rolling down to Jordan, hallelujah. I told you sometimes when we go and ask extra questions for the patient, please come. How can you and your parents when your hands are like this? Maybe you want to learn from you how you run your parents when you rolling down to Jordan, rolling. To the first heaven. Because if somebody is asking you, you want to go, and you don't ask where, and you just say yes to where, you can start getting into hell. So the first response is where. You have as to where you are going. Okay, let's go. Look. We go at once. We start again. Glory down to Jordan. Glory down to Jordan. Glory down to Jordan. Hallelujah. Glory down to Jordan. Glory down to Jordan. Glory down to Jordan. Hallelujah. Hey, sister, do you want to go? Where? To the Savior, the honor to bless. Are you ready for the judgment day? Yes. There we go. Hallelujah. Glory down to Jordan. Glory down to Jordan. Glory down to Jordan. Hallelujah. Glory down to Jordan. Glory down to Jordan. Glory down to Jordan. Hallelujah. Brothers. Hey, brothers, do you want to go? Where? To be the Savior, the honor to bless. Are you ready for the judgment day? Glory down to Jordan. Hallelujah. Glory down to Jordan. Glory down to Jordan. Glory down to Jordan. Praise Him. Okay, thank you. So I think you're big bright. Thank you, Lorna, for the chorus. I saw at least the vibe, even a bit, when it came to Uwa Uwe. I saw even somebody who was standing still like this, a bit shaking, and was like, okay, thank you. I recognize the presence of the head teacher, Madam Ethel. We missed her during the divine service, but I'm told she's back. We pray for perfect healing. I know you people were praying for her, isn't it? Yes. Let God intervene. So, as I said earlier, we got your questions and we clustered them. Others were myths and misconceptions that needs information. As we said, we are going to have information and we are going to communicate rightly. Because some challenges that we get them because we got wrong information. So, we have people here who have your questions. I have some, and we might not phrase them the same way as you wrote them. And we had the purpose of why we told you people to write, because the question might be written by me, but also benefiting others. So we rephrased them. Some of them were rephrased as we clustered them so that we can save some time. But as we say, if you feel that your question is not answered, please let us know. As I said, we had some myths and misconceptions. We had questions. And when we talked to your school nurse, she also told us some of the problems that people usually get, or those are the most reported cases in the sick bed. So we are going, and one of them was UTI. Yes. What is UTI, by the way? People come and say, Nancy, you can nothing UTI. What is UTI? Reproductive what? I heard as if somebody was saying reproductive. UTI is an abbreviation. What is UTI? One. Yes, urinary tract infections. I heard as if somebody was saying reproductive what? Yes. As I said, at some point we are disappointed when we got some questions, but we know we are in the world, though we don't belong to the world. Yes, we are in the world. Especially we interface with different types of people. So we have to give information, though as a parent you feel like, oh my God, at this age. Should I give you some of the examples? Yes. Somebody asked, at what age should someone start having sex? I don't want you to hear. It was a question, and some of you people do it. I say some of you, not all of you. Our God was so wonderful, and we are created and we are made wonderfully. People who visit me at WhatsApp, I always call myself God is crafted. I was crafted by God in His perfect wisdom. He made me. He gave me all the parts of the body. If legs were not beneficial to people, maybe they would have given them to us at the time of walking. Is it right? Yes. But that a baby is born with legs, though they cannot walk. But at a certain point, God knew that I have to use my legs to walk. And a question that is general maybe. Another one was specific, when should boys. And another one was like, at what right time should somebody break their virginity? we are going to respond. Some of those questions came. Another was like, by the way, on average, how many kilos of sugar do we come with at school? On average, I said on average. I know some of you are loaded at home, they can come with a sack of salt, no, of sugar. Others come with half kilo, others come with nothing. But on average, how many kilos of sugar do we come with? How many say 4? On average. How many say 3? Yes. And don't laugh at him. I know of some states who come without even a spoon of sugar. Because the parents cannot afford. That's why I took it on average. So, when you come here, when one day when I took my girl, I said I'm in 40s. So I have a girl who is about to graduate. And when I took her to school, one of the big schools in Mukono, we went with the project car. The driver was merciful to us and was like, I'm going that side, let me drop you at the school so that you can continue. But when we reached there, we found when parents had parked their cars. They asked for us like going with the project car. So I whispered to my daughter's ears like, Patricia, she's called Patricia. Patricia, all these cars, we don't have one among these ones. But I've gone beyond a certain level to get money to bring into this school where maybe these parents who are loaded have brought their schools, their students too, their children too. So if you come here and now you start engaging in activities, in troublesome activities, which will award you a holiday or a leave. You will sit at home until you get money that is pushed to us to pay. Maybe you break a window, they have to make the parent pay. So I was like, they'll never be driven by peer pressure. Don't engage into those activities. But I thank God she had me, and she was never among the people who were sent back home. She left the school, and she was there for O-level and A-level. But some of the questions here are misconceptions which are due to peer pressure. For example, somebody asked, if I drink a lot of sugar, if you take too much sugars, does your penile shrink? You say it pennies, does your penile shrink? Those are the wrong information that we get from our peers. Yes. Some girls have become young mothers. Some people, some students have got HIV because they got wrong information. I know the girl that I talked to when I were in a counseling session. She had got an HIV at a young age. By the way, a child can be born with HIV. And gone are the days that we used to lose children because of what? HIV. You can be born with HIV. You grow up normally if your mother was careful. Though you got HIV, but you can do anything that anybody who is HIV negative can do. You can reach any level. We have people that we are working with who were born with HIV. So here in these schools, we have children who are HIV positive. It is not their problem. We don't need to stigmatize them when we know them. But if somebody pushes you to having sex, you don't have any choice of testing. I don't know if there is coupling here. We thank God. But even out there, with those men that you go out with those sugar mummies who are inducing you to having sex, some of them have HIV, and you don't have any bargaining power. So, somebody is telling you, if you don't have sex, then you don't break your virginity, you are going to be infertile. That is the misconception. So please, your virginity is your right. Both males and I think we've given you the right information. If you go for sex, somebody asks at what age. The silverfish and the tilapia are always found in the waters. But a silverfish will never grow to the size of a tilapia. I say it. Mukene, nengege, yonanichi. So go wango chali mukene, wegeragere musaizi yachi. As I said before, the legs we are born with legs, those cannot what? The same applies to the private parts. Don't make your private parts to become public parts. Yes, some of you don't have private parts, they have public parts. Yes. Yes, public parts, you said. Now if I was a touch your pippies, everybody would take their hand there. That is for you, you very well know that it is a PP, but not a private, but what? But we need to have us from God, because we are putting ourselves into risk. You become a young mother or a young parent, you have responsibilities. Now, instead of using your pocket money, you are responsible for a certain person's daughter in the school. And they will come. By itself. Kati abawala olaba ng'ebindazi olyagala olaba akifeetu oyagala tulinganga nzige. So you boys get to be serious. Bajja kuyala kulyeko n'amakoola. Okay, another was like what brings flu and cough in the morning, and later on it clears. Another one was like in the morning they have itchy eyes, and when they try to rub them off, they become red. What is the cause? Some of those conditions are allergic conditions. Our bodies respond to the environment differently. So some people who come with deodorants and perfumes which are strong, very strong, please be merciful to others. Omanyi wali abatakanga akawo nga babayita fo. Leero olina okumugoberera muzuule wakoze eki, but some people are allergic to those strong fumes and the weather, so every time we wear out because of the allergy that your body maybe is not compliant to. Have you gotten me? And sometimes we have to do them with age. Or we can't always remove the war. But there are also those other there are health conditions like asthma, okwetera omuntu oluusi okussa obubi in the morning. So when you have any problem, please seek medical advice from the health nurse. It's by the way, instead of asking anybody at the compound, she's much more knowledgeable about those conditions than your friend. And instead of giving you the right information, they might mislead you. So go and utilize because she's paid for that. Most of the questions were due to UTI, and I will begin with that myself, but also my colleagues are also going to answer some questions. Somebody asked when I was touring around, your sanitation is a bit good compared to other schools. But still we have those problems according to the questions that they asked. So one asked, what are the signs of UTI? Urinary tract infections. These are when this team was coming, did you notice that I came a bit late than them? I had gone to the rules. But there is something that I noticed. Instead of using the toilets, some of you use the bathrooms. Have you noticed that? We are not meant to urinate into the bathrooms. And even the toilets, when we use them, please make them conducive for the next user. Because some of these ailments, to pick them from those restrooms. Like the UTI. You can pick it from the restrooms. Instead of getting rest, then you get problems. So some of the signs, some people will get lower abdominal pain, because we know where our urinary tract is. So most of them get UTI, lower abdominal pains. Then they get painful urinations. You go, after you get that burning sensation when you are urinating. And you might be forced to release, then hold because of the pain or the burning. Who has ever faced it? Then sometimes you get discharges, abnormal discharges. Sometimes you get fevers. Fevers due, by the way, that fever is not an indicator that you have malaria. Most of you, when you get fevers, you say, a fever is just a body's response that there is something wrong which is going within me. You get a fever. Sometimes they even get malaise. Somebody is not feeling okay. Feels everywhere is what? Pain. UTI is very easy to deal with. One, improve your hygiene. Let me start with this room. We have two representatives this side, also I'm standing here. Boys, please, improve on your hygiene. Men don't want to bathe. Boys to men to men. Boys don't want to what? And even to wash. They are very okay to reuse their pants. Even they can go for 1 week. What? They can even go for a full week putting on one party. Yes. The good thing I've not seen balances here. If they were putting on balances, you would see here when the thing has been given the color. Those things are predisposing you to infections. Some of you are not circumcised. Yes. Maybe some reasons, maybe some cultures, religious reasons. Some of you are not what? And you don't know how to bathe. If we're in a boys session alone, I would call one to tell us how they bathe. Men sometimes are not married. But for those ones who are not circumcised, when they go to urinate, there is some drops of urine which are retained within your puripes and keeps on accumulating there. You will get problems. You find somebody standing, yeah, I'm a housewife, I don't mind saying anything, as long as you get information. You find some people pocketing like this, yet they have problems somewhere. He's doing like this, because he's getting what? Itching. But he's disguising as if he's pocketing. We find somebody is pocketing but he's scratching his groin because he has some itching along the groin. But it's because of poor hygiene. And you know the girls, please and please, let's go and talk our parents. They give us at least panties more than 5. Because normally, that patch cleanses itself. It is always wet. So when you put on a pant for the full day, some now, just imagine if you have 2. You put one throughout the day, wash it and it is cold, it doesn't dry. Then you use it. Yeah? There, you are at the risk of getting infections. Do you get me, girls? So if you have parties, an amount of parties, please put some of them off, use others for a time, wash them clearly or very clean, then put them aside for some time. It gives you a chance for those bacilli to die. You can even expose them to the sunshine. Those sun rays kill those germs. So it is very okay to put your pants outside. Do you get me? Put them like I have 6. I use 3 for a time. Keep them off. Then use the other 3. By the time I come back, the 3 that I put aside, I'm very safe. Do you get me? Then there are some people who don't want to deforestate. And if I had a project here of giving out orders, some of you will win them. You tell them, raise your hand, you just like this, because you know what is here. It is also predisposing to infections. So let's improve our sanitation, our hygiene. When you Please, leave it conducive for another person to use. Somebody was like, you don't away. If we are doing what is right, we don't need even do medication for UTI. For the girls, if you have itching in your pipis, you can get a simple lemon like this. Somebody was like, what can I do with medicines? A simple lemon. Squeeze the juice out of it, mix it with some water. A big lemon can be mixed with 2 or 1 liter of water. Then use it to cleanse yourself after using the loose. It will help you to clear that part. Did you get me? You can ask, instead of buying a chukua when you have fishing in your pipis, save that money, the 500, buy the lemon. Instead of calling home, you need no money, you know you cheat. You disorganize the environment down there, which becomes not conducive for the germs to grow when you use the lemon. Men, for you men, please. But for you, God gave you a chance. You would please get this infection. Because for you, you can stand. Even if somebody has got the infection there, but for us, because it is what, it is very common for girls to have UTIs. I want to give a chance to another person. Who else is ready? Are you ready? For you, you have very few questions concerning HIV. She's coming for HIV. Who remembers her name? Wanji? Elder? Elder? She's Ruth. At least he grabs to one. She's Ruth. You have a friend in the audience who knows your name. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Jolie. May I have a few questions to tackle? They are about HIV from AIDS. And actually, before I start, you have to know what's HIV and what's AIDS. And everyone in the audience to tell me what HIV is.
Members, we are doing it more than not like those ones, but we are
HIV. Yes, I listen. Human immunodeficiency virus, that is HIV. Then AIDS. Thank you so much. So, one of the questions was, what causes AIDS? What causes acquired immunodeficiency syndrome? And it's human immunodeficiency virus is the one that causes acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. That's very simple. That question is done. Have you understood? Yes. You've not understood? I say, there are 2 things, but these 2 things are different. We have HIV and AIDS. We say HIV is human immunodeficiency virus. It is the virus that causes the acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. acquire AIDS. Am I clear? Yes. That one is done. Another question was about what can a mosquito bite transmit AIDS? Can it? Anyone in the region? Can a mosquito transmit HIV AIDS? The answer is no. Right? Reason. AIDS is a sexually transmitted disease.
Like a mosquito, can which
Have a person. I put the middle. Oh,
They are rolling something.
okay, guys, it's like this. That mosquito, when it bites a person who is infected with HIV, that HIV, like those viruses, they cannot live inside the mosquito's tummy because there's lack of some fluids to make that virus to be alive, then it's transmitted to another person. Meaning it dies inside the tummy of the mosquito.
Thank you so much. Actually, we are trying to explain. So the mosquito cannot transmit HIV. Reason being, this mosquito actually when it bites you, it injects its saliva. And in most cases, HIV is transmitted through blood. So if, and another thing, this mosquito, there is what we call an T cells. This mosquito lack the so-called T cells, where this virus can actually live and duplicate its soul. So that explains why the mosquito cannot transmit HIV AIDS. Thank you, Brother, for the contribution. That one is also done. The last one, someone also asked, how does HIV/AIDS transmitted? HIV from AIDS transmitted or transferred from an infected person to a person who is not infected. And I know you have answers for this. Don't you have answers? We have. You have. Some answers from the audience.
Through having unprotected sex with an infected person.
That's one. Thank you so much. Another one. Yes, sir. That's the second one. Crucially, childish planets with an infected person. Any other? Yes.
When I have AIDS and I treat a person who's also having malaria and we both have the wounds, and that person is not having AIDS, I can treat that person and that person gets the AIDS through the
Yes. I thought I have a big hole in my mouth. get into a deep peace with someone still with a deep wound, actually there is a chance for me to affect the other person. Any other? Through birth. Yes, we have mothers who are already pregnant but living with HIV from AIDS. So if this mother is not taking properly her medication, there is a high chance for this mother to infect the baby. And there is a high chance for the baby to be born when it's having HIV. Any other? Through accidents, yes. We usually see these casualties. For example, at the facilities, you can receive a casualty involved in an accident, and if you are not careful, you never know this casualty might be infected with HIV, AIDS. And if you're not careful, when you get into contact with the blood of this infected casualty, like for example, if I'm having an open wound, actually the blood for this casualty can come into contact with my open wound, and a chance of acquiring HIV/AIDS can be as high. Any other? Yes. Through breastfeeding. Yes, that is very right. This is common for the mothers. So these mothers who are HIV positive, we always have sections of teaching them how to breastfeed their babies. But if at all these mothers are, if at all they are careless, through breastfeeding their babies, these babies can actually acquire HIV. Any other? Yes. Unprotected? Yes, unprotected birth. This actually goes to us with ourselves. If I'm not careful during the birth section, you never know it's by being me making this baby to acquire HIV/AIDS from the mother. So there are some measures we the Lata would do to prevent this baby from acquiring HIV/AIDS directly from the yes? Through blood transfusion. Yeah. This can be if this blood which was donated wasn't fully screened. Are we together? So usually when you donate blood, this blood is usually taken to the blood bank for different screenings. If at all they miss out the screenings, there is a chance of transfusing blood of an infected person. But in most cases, that one is rare. Any other?
I did write a question on this, but there comes a question I don't know what I meant with it. Is it that as they take blood and somebody is sick, is it bad to give him the infected blood?
Thank you. I've stood for the purpose of Jacqueline's question. As she said, we screen the blood that we donate for so many diseases, not HIV only. There is hepatitis B, there is different things that will screen in this blood. So even if you have HIV, we don't transfuse you with any certain blood, which is HIV, because we might be giving you a resistant strain of HIV. We have different strains of HIV. So you might be having HIV 1 and we transfuse you with blood which is infected with HIV 2. So you get a combination of traits. So we do away with the infected blood of any kind. Even if it is HIV free but it has hepatitis, we know the repercussion of transfusing the infected blood to a person. By the way, though previously it was said of blood, through blood transfusion, there are very, very minimal chances of getting infected blood transfused to anybody, because as science has come on board, so many diseases are screened. So don't fear to be transfused because maybe you say, I'll get HIV. No. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Joy. I think you answered. So, any other?
What if the man or the father is positive and the mother is also positive, and the midwife was careful during birth? Does that child who is born positive or negative, does he have any?
That the baby can be negative, but I told the midwife was careful. Now, yeah. Actually, we can also, HIV can also be transmitted through the dog. Please, this happens also in hospitals. You can be maybe working on a patient, maybe the patient is infected, and then you get a needle. So thank you for participating, and God bless you.
Thank you, Sister Ruth, for beautiful. Was it English or what? When you said you are going to tackle some few questions, and I had, Anyway, what we was asking, there is a moment of silence. Me when I went up with this question. It was like, what are the effects can somebody get if we sodomized once? Another one was saying, how is lesbians done? Yes. If we had a chance of projecting your questions there, we have not fabricated them. It was a monk. Let me tell you, these two things are evil. And I just beg you, there is a verse in Romans, this chapter 12, 1 to 2. I beseech you, who can read for us? Romans 12. Eh? 1 to 2. I want you to read this mic. I want everybody to hear.
Romans 12, 1 to 2 says, So then, my brothers and sisters, because of God's grace to us,
Some silence, please.
so then, my brothers and sisters, because of God's great mercy to us, I appeal to you, offer yourselves as a living sacrifice to God, dedicated to his service and pleasing to him. This is the true worship that you should offer. 2. Do not conform yourselves to the standards of this world, but let God transform you inwardly by a complete change of your mind. Then you will be able to know the will of God. What is good and is pleasing to him is perfect.
Thank you so much. There is another version which says, I beseech you. Where it is saying, I appeal, it says, I beseech you. Means that this is not the first time maybe he or she was talking of it. You've heard a lot about this. I know many people inject money in it, and people who do it get money out of it. But the repercussions, the problems that you get. You people, you even do things that you don't know of their genesis. You see somebody putting on balances. You don't know the genesis of it. How I wish you could enroll into Pathfinder and you learn more about your Bible. You will get to know more about these things. You are sodomized. Then you get wounds. The genesis of that, when people will go for it, they get problems around their anal parts. They get wounds. They start leaking. People comes out by itself. You cannot control. The sphincters loose. Then somebody has to put on a pamper or anything to protect. So now when he's putting on the size of his trouser plus a pamper, it means it cannot go up to the waist. Sometimes it has to remain somewhere. Sometimes even if he's not putting on a pamper, he has to loosen the trouser so that it doesn't hurt him when he's walking. Kayagala mpale etobe kubanga wavaayo pupu. Bitandika ng'ebitono. Bitandika ng'ebiki? Ng'ebitono. Kubanga oyagala ssente. But at the end of the day, you are losing it all. Tutegeera bali. Abaana bano mu masomero tuyigiddeyo bingi. By the way, ebiseera bino kati abaana bategeera. Even it existed nowadays, but we used not to know what is transpiring in those room battles. You find a girl sleeping with a girl, batekawo ne mukateni nga tetumanyi kyekola ki kyebakola eyo. But at least now we have enough information. Maybe that's why even somebody is asking about the lesbianism. But my daughters and sons, I beseech you not to go for it. You have wounds, you are seated there, you feel like people is coming out. Can you concentrate? Can you get enough content when the teacher is speaking? You are losing it all. Your health, your future. I just pray that God leads you. And if somebody comes for you, boys, please be assertive. If somebody wants, even if it's a teacher, please come out boldly and say no. Akala usenza zati kutaka kukomeno kulikasera abeera kuwa. Let your no be a no and your yes be a what? Go in for it when you know the repercussions of it. It might be money today, but what if the way to go tomorrow. This brings me to a question where somebody was asking, I want to be a doctor. What can I do? Please be focused. Be what? Know your value. Know your worth. Why am I here? What does Arsenal here? It's a point as of Arsenal. Yeah, why was going to be get a best when you don't win. Eh? What about money? Okay, put your hands down. Me, I'm a supporter of school. School. Me, I don't go for those international school. You can do school. Yeah, you don't love your country and you go for Arsenal, even when they don't know that you exist. But what I'm saying is this: if you came here, you know, because I watched the match, by the way. I'm a fan of football. And I have a scout my body because of football. But you will never see, unless it is Man U versus Liverpool, and the Arsenal fans are sitting there and they are calculating something. Ompira gwa kubala. Kati Liverpool senge kuba Man U katautolera kubisigala yo ku table, Obitegere. But you can see them jumping when they naye nga Man U sanyale Arsenal nete wa Man U n'obuuka. Kisoboka? Wandi? Tekisoboka. So when you are here, please be focused. You want to be a doctor? Okay. When you want to be a doctor, you should first of all know what are the subjects that lead me to being a doctor. If you have a problem in one of those subjects, what information do I need to be a doctor? It should be science-based. You cannot go and do, maybe when you want to be a veterinary doctor, when you have to do a Greek, and others. But if you are a medical doctor, you have to know that you do physics, and if you have challenge in any of those subjects, please befriend the teachers. That teacher where you have a problem, you go and talk to them personally. Because when we are here, we have different perception rates. Do you remember when he was checking the audience, he would ask, what did I say? He would come there and say, what did I say? Somebody is sleeping. So, befriend them, but still be focused. Because it might not be here, I'm saying, it might not be here. Even some teachers can take advantage of you. They say, you come to my house at 10. I will give you private lessons. Which private lessons, my dear? You should still be what? Focused. Nowhere you need to shoot. I got here. Those days it was World Cup, and I was supporting Brazil. And the guy was in the 18-yard box there alone. And he was not shooting. He was saying, now, I told him, you shoot! So, nowhere to shoot. You are in the 18-yard box. You are left alone with the goalkeeper. You cannot shoot. So, nowhere you have to shoot. So, by the way, you know, okuteeba. in anything that you need. Toyinza kubanga obutuma obumonye n'olonda bijanjaalo. Tutegeera. So let me call another speaker, Dr. Dan. I know you have many questions. Please come and address your questions. Thank you.
Check. Church. And happy day. I've liked the decoration up here. This yellow is not bad. It's a good color. And our flag has yellow as part of the what? Called the colors of our Uganda flag. And also the people who have delivered us the last 40 years in this country. The NRA party, as we are looking forward to have other options, we thank them for what they have done for us. I'll begin with the issue of homosexuality. A big applause to the... Yes. Living in this country with so many brilliant brains is not easy, but we thank God for what has been able to give us. Beginning with the issue of lesbianism and homosexuality. I would like to tell you that some of the people who have been put in mind like lesbianism and homosexuality, in their army, for you to enroll into the army, they have to screen. There now it is clear, either you are male or you are female. There is nothing like in between when you are enrolling into their what? Their army. If we look at Africa, that is being gender insensitive. If it comes to crucial matters, they are clear. If it comes to these others, that's when they become a little bit what? Unclear. But if it comes to crucial matters, they are clear. You are either male or you are female. Altogether, do not be lied by these people too. Recently, we had a national breakfast at State House with some people who had gathered, and one of the speakers was the congressman from the Parliament of the United States of America. He was invited as one of the speakers, and what surprised me after, he applauded our president, His Excellency Union that what he had stood for as a country was very right, and even people in the States, many of them do not support what? Homosexuality. So do not deny that those countries full support what people are trying to say. An example is Donald Trump. It's clear. It's also homosexuality. You are either a male or you are female. And after that, you either marry a woman or you marry a what? A man marries a woman gets married to a man. Simple as that. If you engage in these issues of homosexuality, there are some things you are going to lose out. What I'm sure is you don't have a bright future, period. No matter the cars you drive, it is not a bright future. People are driving cars, but they cannot sleep. For you to maintain a state of school, you have to be on the run, day in, day out. You have to be on drugs, to keep yourself like you lose self-esteem. You cannot be in what? In people. So for you to fight guns and swing, maybe stop in front of people. You have to first inject yourself. Heroin and those other drugs, such that you get a confidence to speak before people. Otherwise, was dangerous drugs, and then it becomes what? You become a drug addict. And so you see them on TV or anything, you see them in mansions, you see them in swimming pools, you see them, but you see them with their families, speaking like they will see with your mother at home, and you will talk, you argue, but you see them, no. So we are saying we are Africans. We are created in the image of what? Of God. And we shall stand for what God approves to be the right thing. There are many questions that people have brought forward, and I would like to begin with the issue of of periods of menstruation in our ladies. There's so many questions. One, they're asking if I take, someone is asking, is it right for someone to have a period for a week? And you didn't say a week, 2 times they asked the question. So, another one was asking that is it right to have today? Then you finish, and after another day, you begin again like that. Another one was complaining, was asking about why the pain during the periods, and then how can she be able to manage the pain. Menstruation is normal, and any woman should have menstruation. Any woman should have menstruation. It normally begins around 12, 13, others can even begin at 18 years. Then they begin having their what? Their periods. But usually 12, 13, 14, you begin having your periods. So expect by senior 4, senior 3, senior 4, you already have begun your periods. But others can go even up to senior 6, and it is not a problem. Wait for your time when the periods will begin. The duration, how long is the normal duration of periods? Most people on average take 3 to 5 what? 3 to 5 days within that frame. Others can even take 2 days, but most 3 to 5 around that time. A week is not bad. It's still within a time, but 2 weeks, there should be an issue if they are having how many? 2 weeks. And at least by 7 days, then you are done. 7 days or a week is not something to worry a lot about, unless if it makes how many weeks? 2 weeks of consecutive bleeding. The other issue is that you need to have them every month. Every month. Others have what's called regular periods, others have irregular. Okay, so someone can bleed on 20th, that's when she begins. And every month she begins on 20th or 21, 21st, around that time. Others will have like on 20th, next month and begin around 28th, okay? The other month begins at around 18th. As long as every month you have your periods, it's not something that should worry you. 3, if you are skipping 2 months without periods, you need to seek attention from a doctor. If you need a specialist, then you can see what's called gynecologist. Those are also deal in women issues alone. So if you are skipping 1 or 2 months without having your periods, the pain is part of what we go through as a means, and it's something you are expected as a lady to bear. Others have severe, others moderate pain, others may don't have any pain during their periods. It is normal. Okay? Or you have to learn to live or to learn to bear with the pain you have during your periods. It is normal and it is not dangerous to your life. Unless if it is very, very severe, then you can seek attention from the nurse to help you to reduce on the what? On the pain. But it should not be something that you may need to worry a lot about. Someone asked, what is masturbation and the effects of masturbation in both girls and boys? What is masturbation? Yes? That is what? Okay, there are very many times that we use. But what is about stimulating your organs to get satisfaction. That is masturbation. And the effects are many. The effects of your mental, your physical, even the social effects of what comes out of masturbation. From the mental part, we have issues to do with loss of self-esteem. If you have or you do masturbation, you lose confidence in your what? In yourself. You lose confidence even in what you can do, even on paper, what you can write. You doubt yourself. And yet this is very important in our exams, it's important even in social lives. So you have loss of interest in the opposite sex. You fear the ladies a lot, or you fear the what? The boys a lot. Don't follow the wrong advice people are giving you. Abasajja kwaba baako. Wematiza abasajja bakola ki? Kwaba baako. Don't accept those things. Men are made for women, and women are made for at the right time. Remember that part. At the right what? Right time. So we are saying if you masturbate, you lose interest in the opposite sex. And yet that is very important when someone wants to marry. You cannot marry if you don't have interest in that what? Person, or that man or that woman. So there is trauma to the genital organs. Trauma or injury to the organs. Others use crude methods. Okay? Others use instruments. You know how people want to make money. They know where to start. Okay? So they know these things people enjoy it, and then they put in money to make those gadgets such that people can buy them and they sell them expensively. We are saying that if you do masturbation, you can end up injuring your body organs. Some of you are using soap that is very rough, soap that is very acidic, and ends up burning your what? Your organs. And then you come as you have a boyfriend? No. Do you have a girlfriend? No. But perhaps we're seeing sores. Where are the sores coming from? Where? Are you sexually active? I'm a virgin. Where are the sores coming from? Where are the sores? So we don't know where they're coming from. Kumbe you are masturbating. These things can burn your organs. And you know the Bible tells us that the proof shall, the proof shall set you up. If you don't tell us that it is soap that is burning me, or the chemicals I'm using, or else we shall put you on injections, or 2 weeks we are treating the infection, which is causing this what? This burns. The other thing that's important if you masturbate, you will lose the power. If you're a man, you lose the man what? If you are a woman, you lose the and you cannot show the woman power. Which there is power in the however, we are saying you lose the ability to perform, and you are the people who are going to honors for this for the Londo, you know what? Londo, and then we start saying, which one? Which one? How old are you? I didn't know that drug until I was in medical school. By the way, it's senior and you need drug. In the it's the age of information, isn't it? It's the age of what? Information. So, and you end up on those drugs which even affect your heart. Why? Because you masturbated before you go to marriage. And if you cannot perform in marriage, whether you are a doctor, whether you are engineer, whether you are president, whether you are whatever you be, whatever you want to be, but as long as you cannot perform danger, as long as you cannot what? We can say we have lost you. In other words, I don't want to say that you are a waste, because when you die, no one presses you. Altogether, and if you cannot perform, then your mind will end up doing what? Breaking. I've seen people who have gotten one, they will tell you, I get married, then I do what? I marry. And they at 40, 45, then says, I have now what? I have married. But during all those years, he has been finding himself all doing masturbation. Then he married at 40. After marrying with a lot of money, the following 2 weeks or 3 weeks, the lady takes off. Why? Because the man cannot do what? Perform. So we are saying, as you have prepared yourself to become leaders, architects, doctors, engineers, do not masturbate. Lastly, masturbation can lead also by self-isolation from you. You don't want people to know what you are doing, and therefore you try to separate yourself from people. And if you isolate yourself, you end up going into what's called depression. There is a question I want to end with that says, where is the question? Okay, the last question is about cancer. Is who is cancer caused? I don't know what it means. How is cancer caused? A man says, when I grow up, I wanted to have a tattoo on my shoulder, but they told me that in tattooing causes what? Cancer. Now, what is cancer? Cancer is uncontrolled cell growth. Cancer is uncontrolled cell growth. Have you ever wondered why your ear resembles all the other ears? Like it does not come and makes a big thing around here. All our ears come out and then they move where? Back. No matter the size may differ. But they move from here and then move where? Because they are even though you grow and become very old, the size will always remain the what? The same. Your nose is always like that until you die. Why? Because the way those cells are growing, they are controlled by mechanisms that God put into them. Have you ever wondered yourself why those things are like that? Yes, because they are made in a way that their growth is controlled. So, there are things that they make that mechanism in those cells lose control. And then they begin growing anyhow, like glorious. And begin growing out of control. And if they begin growing out of control, then you say, you have cancer. Now, do we understand what cancer is? It can be, those cells can be within blood, and then of course say you have cancer of the blood. If those cells are within your stomach, I'll say you have cancer of the stomach. If those cells are within the nose and the nose is growing big with so many things on it, which I'll say has cancer of the nose. Depending where those cells are located, which are overgrowing, we shall call the cancer depending on the area where they are found. Tattooing, yes, it can be a risk factor for causing That's because when they tattoo you, they inject chemicals into your skin. And not this top, the skin has layers. We have the top part, we call the, which class are you?
Brilliant. You know the dermis is layered. So we're saying that there are layers in the skin. And when they are tattooing, they put and go beyond the dermis and go deep into the dermis. And anything put within the dermis does not go off because every time your skin forms, it forms from that dermis. It forms from the dermis. So if the dermis has a chemical, so every time the skin replaces itself, it forms out of the skin with that chemical. That remains there. And that chemical can affect the cells that form your skin. It's just like there is a reservoir in your body. And every time you shower, you remove the dead what? The question is, where does that skin come from that's big? Every time you remove, comes back. Every time you remove, it comes again. It comes from the person what is the dermis. And if they transfer and inject chemicals in that dermis, every time you form skin, that skin will have those chemicals, and in the long run, you are at risk of having what? Cancer. I would like to end there unless there's any other question that someone would like me to answer. Yes. We got questions, okay? We shall come to that.
No.
Let's get the presentation. Okay?
Thank you so much, and may God bless you.
Great.
We are very much complied with that time because we are told we have some specific times that you end your. It's already done. So we stop there? No. And it does not mean that it's already done. No. Okay. Who has benefited so far? Okay. Maybe atanaba ekibulire ekigenda okuddako. We had some questions towards septic ulcers, and we need to hear from Madam Petwa, who is going to address that. Anajukira omulyakola.
Thank you very much. I'm going to talk about ulcers, but because of time, I'm going to be very brief. Okay? I had a question about causes of ulcers, but before we know the cause of ulcers, we need to know what ulcers are. Not so? Anyone with an answer? Ulcers. Yes, please. What are ulcers? Listen. The big ulcers is cancer formed in the intestine. She says cancer formed in the intestines. Is it true? No. Another?
Praise God. Really, I think that ulcers are the wounds found on the intestine. Ulcers are wounds caused on or found on the intestine.
Is it correct? Anyone with